All right, so I'm not Ben Detweiler. I'm Drew Baltris, and I'm with,
Breezy Hagel.
of course, and we're backstage. Mr. Norristown 2014. Not many people get to see this, but this is special. This is special. So what's going on?
We gotta talk about the new policy and with like cell phones and like violations in the hallway. You can get red carded. Red card.
If
Alright, you're good.
if you break the rules.
If you break the rules. So if you're like with a water bottle, you got technology out, or you don't have your ID out, and you're just doing something you're not supposed to be doing. Red card.
You get red carded, automatic detention.
So let's go find out why. How,
Don't get
what
red
happens.
carded.
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
All right.
Let's go check out this interview.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Palisano here with Mr. Michaels and Coach Raw talking about the new red card system. So what is this new red card system?
The new red card system is a way to police the hallways and the cafeteria for violations of school policy and school code. It's something that will be enforced by our security staff. They will be carrying red cards with them. The red card is an administrative detention, which will be assigned for a variety of infractions.
And how does this process work? Do you see someone doing something wrong and then just hand it to them?
Yes, we know rules. So some students choose not to follow the rules, and some examples are students leaving out the cafeteria after we're told to throw food away, and they leave out, and then we see them in the hallway with food, so forth. We're issue a red card because we've been tell them to throw their food out before you leave out, and some students choose not to. Also, the cell phone policy. You are allowed to use the cell phone in the cafeteria, but once again, as well as your earphones and earbuds and so forth, some students choose not to take it out once they leave out. And we see them in that hallway, after we told them, because I make that announcement before they leave out the cafeteria. You move all food items and take your earphones and so forth out your ear. The kids still choose to do it, so when they go up on the floor and we see them, we give them a red card. So.
And now I know you mentioned the food and cell phones. Are there any other specific rules that will make you get red carded?
Yes, the earbuds, wearing hoods in the hallway or hats in the hallway, also being out of the assigned area, which is starting to be a problem. Students may be given a pass to go to the lavatory on the 3rd floor, and they end up on the 1st floor. That would be an example of being out of the assigned area. Also, sometimes students would have a tendency to come through lunch to maybe see if their friends are in there when they should not be in there. They should be either using the restroom or going to the nurse or to the water fountain, whatever their pass states.
Okay, and I know you said when you get the red card you have an administrative detention. When is this?
Well, the administrative detention will be assigned by security. The date will be either on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. That will be determined by the student and the security staff. Security staff will then notify the discipline office that student has an administrative detention on that date. They will be added to the list.
And what happens if the student fails to come?
If you do not attend administrative detention, it immediately goes to a Saturday detention. If you fail to serve a Saturday detention, then unfortunately it's an out-of-school suspension.
Okay, and how long do these detentions last?
They're 1 hour.
They're 1 hour after school?
Yes.
Okay. And
room 245 is where they're located. It's across the bridge in the new wing.
who's going to be watching these detentions?
We have teachers that are assigned different days to watch over and monitor the detentions, as well as Ms. Conley and I are also we're also there as well.
So students that choose to, once we issue these, and some students choose to be, disrespectful and, like, oh, this is a joke and rip it up. That's an automatic suspension because, that's just pretty much flagrant disobedience. This is serious. It is now March, and we're tired of repeating ourselves over and over again. And some students think that some rules don't apply to them. So this is serious. Just like when you pull up to a red light, stop. Red cars, stop. That's what it is. Stop. We stop you right in your tracks. We issue a red card, and you have an admin detention. We're not playing.
And what happens if you like accumulate a lot of red cards? Does that transfer to something?
That's a good question. Yes. If you start to receive multiple red cards, then obviously the consequence is not changing the behavior, which is ultimately what we want. Then we have to advance through the discipline code. So we could go right to a Saturday detention or right to an out-of-school suspension.
And is there a specific number of red cards, or is that not?
It's not defined as a specific number, but we're looking for students to cooperate and get on board. And it's very simple to follow the rules. They're pretty basic rules that you would find in any school. One that we didn't mention was the midriff. As spring is starting to get close, we want to make sure that all of our students are dressed appropriately. If you're not dressed appropriately, then again, you risk the red card.
Okay, that sounds scary. And I know, like for example, if a student has a cell phone out but is not on it, does that issue a red card? Specific.
Yes, because technically, once you're in the hallway, once you're there at the cafeteria, your cell phone should be, in your pocket, or on, not out. Not visible. Majority of the time, if a student have their cell phone in their hand, 9 out of 10, they were using it. No one just really carries their cell phone in their hand. So yes.
Is that same for like closed food and drinks?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And who can give out these red cards? Is it just
The red cards are for security staff to issue immediate consequences for these minor infractions.
Okay. And when does this start?
Immediately.
Immediately? Okay.
Today.
What's this for?
We noticed that you didn't have your ID on.
Oh, shucks. Well, thank you for being here. Is there anything you guys would like to add?
No, pretty much we're just asking, as always, that students cooperate, just follow the simple rules. It really makes school a better place for everyone. We all know without rules, there's chaos. So we want Norristown High to be the best school around, and part of that is having structure and having rules and policies in place for everyone to follow.
Definitely. Okay, well, thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
Make sure you follow the rules. You don't want one of these. I'm Elizabeth Palisano. Now back to the Eagle's Eye.